please do not threaten me with a good time. But before we get to all that, though, you're kind of tracking that next situation, that why today is a WRAL Weather Alert Day.
Yeah, so we do have the potential for the rain that's out there right now to change over to a wintry mix. The colder air is going to try to catch up with it. That's not typically a situation where we have a lot of accumulation. Our big accumulation days are the times when we have a lot of cold air in place, and then here comes the precipitation on top of it, which is what we saw last weekend. I mean, that worked out in different ways for different people, but still, that's a much better snowmaking pattern for us. We have a small chance of some snow accumulation, especially from the Triangle area northward. Right now, the rain is starting to spread from our southern counties very slowly northward, and eventually it's going to be intercepted by some of that colder air. So then we'll have the wintry mix that starts this evening across our area. But the amount of precipitation that we'll see with this is still really minimal. Still, it's enough for a winter weather advisory that goes into effect at 6 o'clock, and it expires at around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here's what we're seeing right now. The rain has started to pick up in coverage and intensity in a few places too, and our southern counties. Eventually, it will start to work its way northward, but it also is going to continue to move away from us. So it will move northward, and then it will just start to taper off overnight. So here's a look at what's happening right now. The big picture, we have the cold front that's going to come through. It's going to help to scoop up a little bit more moisture and push it northward as the cold air starts to move in, and they'll interact together. So this is lunchtime, and you can see the precipitation, the rain continuing at 2 o'clock, and we'll pause it there at 5 o'clock. Nothing looks very heavy during the evening commute, but in our northern counties, I would say north of Rocky Mount and Durham, you might start to see a flurry or a little bit of sleet mixing in. That'll be true in more areas by 7 o'clock as even colder air starts to push in. But notice there's just not as much precipitation left. There's 11 o'clock. We'll roll it on out, and it looks a little heavier back to the west. By 5 a.m., it's pretty much over. So the precipitation will be light, but there could be some pockets where we have maybe up to a ½ an inch of snow, maybe even pushing an inch in some tiny pockets. This is a look at how things will go time-wise. Once we get to 6 or 7 o'clock, the chance of rain is at its highest, and we could start to see a wintry mix as we get past midnight. The chance of precipitation just really starts to fall off as it starts to move out of here. So pink shaded area, we could have a little bit of light glazing of freezing rain. We could have some snow, some sleet, just really anything. And of course, we're dealing with rain right now. This is a live look at Pinehurst. There were some folks out here a little while ago in their raincoats. They were not trying to play golf. They were just working on the course there, and it looks miserable. It's in the mid 40s right now, and we're seeing showers. Our wind's coming out of the northeast, 7 miles per hour. It is not a comfortable day to be outside. Upper 30s in our northern counties, mid 40s down to the south. That's as warm as it gets today. But if you remember back to a year ago, I didn't. Chris Michaels reminded me of this. We had a high of 80 degrees on this date a year ago, right? Hey, how about this weekend? 41 Saturday, 42 on Super Bowl Sunday. Speaking of warmer temperatures, obviously in San Francisco, it'll be warmer at 63. Will be pretty chilly, but we do have some warmer temperatures on the way. Yes, the weekend will be chilly, but look at that 55 that we could see on Tuesday. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit more about our snow chances for tonight.